Okay. Hello, Catherine. Hope you are well. So, I was prepared today and I made a little template that I will take a photo of this and I'll put it on my blog whenever I get round to photographing this and talking about it on my blog. So if you're not able to make this card along with me tonight, or if you don't have time to watch through the whole live stream, you can always come back and use this as a guide on Hungry Heffy Crafts. So let me put that down there. I move my little L. Isn't this so cool? It's made out of cement. It's really fun. Let me put this over here. Put that there. Hey Lisa. And Maria says that Distress Oxides is on her list. I love them. Well, I haven't really had a lot of time to play with them yet, but I am certainly enjoying what I have been able to play with so far. Julie's here. Hey! And Nancy's still working on her guide cards. Nancy, I saw them last week. I saw the picture. You had like a little production line going on, which looked pretty awesome, to be honest. And you're still working. I'm not surprised you're still working on them. They look pretty epic. Pardon, Craigie? Yeah, you take a photo just now, that's fine. You can't beat a template, says Emma. So true. Oh, this is going on in a wee bit squiffy. That's okay. Okay, so we're going to need, I'm going to cut out 2 of these. So I've got another one here. Hey, Julie. We need Santa to visit. Jane says we need Santa to visit us crafters 4 times a year. I think absolutely. Absolutely. Pardon?
Stamptember.
Yeah, Craig says that's what Stamptember is all about. Woohoo! Absolutely. You know, Craig, that means that you've just volunteered to buy me more supplies come September. I'm pretty sure you guys all heard that too, didn't you? I mean, that's what I'm taking away from this conversation. That I'm going to get a sack full of craft goodies come September. Oh, sorry, you said, oh, so Maria was saying that they weren't on the list that I gave her earlier because she wanted to craft along with me. Do you know what? I completely spaced, but you don't have to have Distress Oxides. So I have used the emboss resist technique here, where I've stamped some images with white embossing powder. I probably didn't tell you about white embossing powder either, but then added the ink on the top and then you can pull it up. But to be fair, I was thinking of what you need to actually make the mechanism, and the actual design you can just have a plain card, you can stamp just ink on it, but hopefully you have a couple of things lying around that you can use. Oh, here we go. Stacy, I've been mixing my oxides and regular distressing. What a clever idea. I would never have thought of that. Snowy Splodges says, I can't wait to get my hands on the Distress Oxide. The only time I've played is with you guys. It's just been so busy in a really good way, but so busy. Snow, Craig, I'm afraid Snow heard what I heard as well, that that Stamptember is, that means you have to get me lots of things. What is Stamptember, says Jane. Stamptember is, there is a shop, an online store called Simon Says Stamp, and they do every September they do an event, and it's called Stamptember, and of course it's a way to encourage everybody to buy lots of stuff, but it works because then we do buy them all. You done? And oh, Bunny Dobby, hey Bunny, look what Bunny Dobby says, Craig. I heard that Craig was volunteering to be Santa for all of us. I think he's just fell on the floor. Do you not know?
Sneak down everybody's chimney.
Sneak down everyone's chimney. Hey, if you bring craft supplies, I'm sure they wouldn't throw you out. Well, hold on. I heard Nancy say something. Lisa says, Nancy, I saw on Amazon that you can get 16 oxide inks for $69. I thought there's only 12. I only got 12. Yeah. Okay, so in case you didn't see that, I cut this out of like half an A4 sheet, and then this bit that's left over isn't big enough for the large like A2 size, but all I want to do is get the height. I'm not worried about the width because this one we're going to be cutting down anyway. You don't have to use the die. I'm being lazy, as long as it's around about 5 and a bit inches. I'm going to be cutting it down both here, here and here, so don't worry about that. All right? Mm-hmm. Lovely. Nancy agrees that Craig, you have to be you see, at Christmas I call it Craigmas, don't I? I have the regular Distress Inks mini cubes. Oh, says Janita. Do the oxides also come in minis? No, they don't come in minis at the moment. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the plan, but they do not come at the moment. There's been so many releases lately, says Alexandra. Have you thought about release frequency for Heffy Doodle? That way I can save up. The honest answer is no, I haven't, because I've been trying to focus on the Kickstarter, and it is it's a lot of work, which is fine, but I haven't quite got that far yet. Here we go. What else have we got? Right, so let me recap. I've got two 5.5 inches by 4 1/4 panels, and I've got one which is 5.5 by something, probably like 4 or something. And we're going to use one of these panels. I'm going to put these other two to the side, and I'm going to flip it round, and we're going to work on the, let me do some magic. We're going to work on the panel here. No mini oxides in the future. Oh, hold on, I missed something. Tim said, oh hi, Renee. Tim said that the type of pad that has to be made for the oxides doesn't work in minis, so there will not be minis. What? Let me take a look. Really? Hold on a darn tootin' second. Okay, so it looks more compact for the die. It does look more compact and maybe more squishy for the oxide, but I don't know. I'd be suspicious about that. Craig's laughing. He's pretty what's the word? Skeptical about these things. Stamped timber is dangerous. Sometimes the sets sell out so quickly. And Janet says she just brought the whole ink distress oxide set on Amazon for $60 US. Awesome. Right, let me walk you through this. To create this pop-up mechanism is super simple. You need to have a cut line going down, across and up, and then you need a couple of score lines. So it doesn't matter what the width is here to here. It doesn't matter what the width is here. It doesn't even matter what the width is here. Okay, when this width here, onesie in, it doesn't actually matter. All that matters is the distance between here and here and here and here. So what I do is I use a ruler which has some lines on it. Tim Holt says he won't make minis. Okay. A lot of people believing Tim. I'll believe Tim, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they magically find a way. Oh, Nancy, you said that you won the Distress Oxides. That's amazing. You lucky chicken. And Bunny Dobby, you won a prize this week too. I saw on Instagram that you won a prize. What did you win? I didn't actually figure out what you won. Okay, I'm trying to read your comments and keep crafting. I'm too chatty for this. There was a video, says Stacy, on YouTube where Tim explains why there won't be minis. Okay, cool. Oh gosh, Maria's got her cut lines done. My goodness me. Right, so what I've done is I've used a ruler that is a lasso ruler actually, which is about 15 years old, but it has the grid lines already on it, and that's I find really, really useful. There's also another one that I have somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know where it is. I have one which is a Tim Holtz one, I think, and it has the same sort of lines on it. So what I've done is I have done 2 centimeters from each side on the left and on the right. And then I'm going to do, let's say this is the top, I'm going to do 2.5, which is which line exactly? Oh, it doesn't say. Maybe I measured it. 2.5, which is about here and here. I think I need to sharpen my pencil. Boop. Bunny Dobby, oh, she won a waffle flower stamp set of sloths. Oh, damn. Okay, so this, whoops, is my top. Let me bring this back around again. And this is going to be where we score. So the important thing here is that zoop, this here is the same length as this here. In fact, it probably doesn't matter. In fact, if you had a sort of steeper or not as steep peak tent, whatever that is, but for the purposes of this video, let's do it the same distance. So I'm pretty sure mine was 4 centimeters. I love the sloths, Bunny Dobby, says Nancy. They are so cute. There's a lot of sloths out at the moment, which is super fun. Have to draw a sloth for Heffy Doodle once upon a time. Okay, that's going to be a score line, which is 4 centimeters. Tim said there would be only 12 colours of oxides, but that in the summer they would be releasing 12 more. Right, but here's the thing, right? It's summer. So when are we going to get those extra colours? Because in America, it's rattling on me. In America, all the kids have already broken out for school and everything, so I want to know what when that is coming out. That looks QF to me. Let me just double check. Just sharpen my pencil. What kind of paper do you use? I am using some generic paper. Let me see what it is. I do have some. I do have things like, what's it called? Nina Solar White, and I also have some of the GSM paper, the Clairefontaine one, but if I'm not going to be doing Copic colouring, I tend to save that. So this is some white paper from Hobbycraft, and it's 210 GSM, which is just a nice thickness, not too thick. And it's just for the background, so we don't really have to worry about that. Okay, so we've got, this is going to be our top score. We're going to have our middle score. We're going to have a bottom score. Score on my bottom. And now I'm going to add an extra centimetre onto this. To here. Now Maria, you said that you'd already done your cut lines. I hope you haven't actually cut them yet, because it's not time to cut them. So this is a pair of scissors, pair of scissors, pair of scissors, and this is score, and this is score, and that's score. So cut, 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 score, score, score. But we're not going to do that yet, because we want to stamp and emboss this front panel. Oops, I did 2.5 from all sides. It's fine, as long as it works, it's fine. Sloths are unique. They grow moss on themselves. That's cool, I didn't know that. Bunny says, no, not more colours. I just ordered my first set. I know. Shops have already ordered them wholesale. That's interesting. Really crazy for paper. Hey, yeah. Okay, so time to look at Heffy Doodle Stamps. Let me go grab my little sneaky peeky. Where are you? Okay. So a little I want to do a little recap for anybody who perhaps may not know about Heffy Doodle. Heffy Doodle is a new stamp company which is coming to Kickstarter on July 3rd. We are releasing our first range of stamps and dies. There are 5 stamp sets and 4 die sets. And last week we did some sneaky peekies along with the announcement, and we're also doing some more sneaks on Instagram and over on Hungry Heffy Crafts. And come July 3rd, actually no, before that, we will have some more reveals. So I think it starts on the 28th, 29th, 30th, 1st and 2nd. Yeah, those 5 days before the Kickstarter goes live, you'll get to see the whole stamp set and die sets in their entirety. But I mean, this is pretty generous, this stamp set, this sneaky peeky, because you can already see some of the stuff here, and of course we are going to be using some today. So this one's revealing far too much. Put that down. But you'll get to see some of these in action today as well. So it's really not that hard to figure out what's in this stamp set. But I hope you guys will help support us. And the thing is, with any new stamp company, marketing is by far the biggest challenge, getting the word out there. What colours will be next? Oh, hold on, I was at a local scrapbook store yesterday, says Suze, and they said that the new oxides out late July, early August. Yay! What colours will be next? Oh, I really hope picked raspberries. I love that one. I imagine soon, since Michael's now has the oxides and you can get the entire 12 colours for about $50. Yeah, that's true. Stacey says, right, I thought you'd let us show at least one stamp set. Come on, show us. Have to get you coming back for more. Okay, let's have a little look. Can you see what we've got here? And I'm sure if you look at the background here, you'll be able to figure it out. That's right. We've got a wine bottle we've got a chunk of cheese and a little glass as well. So I'm going to do some embossing all the way over my background panel, and I'm using an anti-static bag for this and some Versamark. So let's get this inked up. Hey Holly, yes, Friday. Oh, I am so happy it's Friday. So happy. And so remember I said to you guys that I am off on Monday. It's because Craig and I are going to a craft show which is called The One Big Show, and it's in Coventry, and I think it's for like it's not a consumer show, if that's the right word. I don't even know. It's not where you can go and buy stuff, which is probably a good thing because I would go crazy. It is where it's like a retail show. But we're going to go and we're going to talk about Heffy Doodle and talk to some people and spread the word and hopefully get some advice. Things like taxes. Like in America, there's like crazy laws about taxes that I have at the moment not very much of an idea about. Luckily, Craig is way more clued up in that department. Oh man, your stamps and more oxide need a second job. Yeah. Oh Nancy, I wanted to say a big thank you to you, by the way, my darling, because did you guys see yesterday? Nancy was on it. She was on it like a car bonnet. I got a shout out yesterday from the Queen of Stamping herself. And Jennifer Maguire. On Facebook, Jennifer posted about Heffy Doodle Stamps, just like a link, and Nancy jumped right in there and tagged me, and that was so sweet of you. Thank you so much for that. That was amazing. Woo, trying to catch up. Hey Holly. A sozzled gate. Bunny was laughing and said that I don't think we should give crocodiles and alligators alcohol. Maybe that's why they're called alligators. Alcohol magators. What happened to your VersaFine pad? I've just had it for about 15 years, that's all. I think it gets covered in like glitter and stuff, and yeah, it still works fine. No problem. Embossing powder, where are you? Okay, so I have stamped this bad boy. You probably can't see very well. You can probably see a wee bit because I haven't cleaned my stamps properly. Oh, I got your back, sister. Here we go. What are we doing? Like Creativation. A little bit like Creativation, but in no way like Creativation. Creativation is the IMAX, and this, I think, is more like that old cinema down the road that's got really old seats, that kind of thing. But I've never been before, so I don't know. I might be surprised. My heart races when I hear Jennifer Maguire's name. I'm so in awe of her. Aw, she's so sweet. I met her at Creativation in the Hero Arts booth, and it was her and Kathy Rakusin, and I was a bit like that. I was like, oh, really? Like, it's Jennifer Maguire. So I got speaking to her. It was on like a 5-minute conversation, and I know the thing is she's there to talk to people, which is great. But she's just really nice, and I love the fact that she's so family orientated and everything. Okay, I'm gonna blow away any residual bits, but first cover this up because I have a tendency to blow on it and then the whole thing goes up in my face. "15 years, wow, I didn't know you could use it that long." Yeah, I really don't think I've replaced mine. mean, even on the back, it's all discolored and stuff. It's one of those, I mean, I use it all the time, but I don't ever remember replacing my VersaFine. I've replaced this guy. I've replaced him only like once though. Oh, trying to pick this up without touching the embossing bits. I put it everywhere. I should have done it half and half. Did you take a picture with it? I did. Actually, if you go on to Hungry Heffy Crafts and if you search for Creativation or something, I have like a little Polaroid gallery of all my stocking moments where I took photos of people. So it was very, very exciting. Snow and anyone else who is not so keen on the noise of a heat tool, I shall be turning on my heat tool in just a few moments. Hey Donna, nice to have you with us. Just a little recap. I've got like an A2 card blank here, or a piece of paper, 5.5 by 4.25. I must have put my finger there because there's all the powder is sticking to it. And I have drawn a template on the back. I think Craig said he was going to add the template somewhere. But it's here as well, if you can even read it. But I'm just about to what's the word? Melt this guy with my heat tool. So bear with me a second. If I can find a plug. Right. Just let it warm up first of all. Bye Tiffany. Good night my darling. What was the website name for the Polaroids? I shall tell you in just a second. We're back. Sorry about that noisiness. Occupational hazard and all that stuff. Okay, so I've melted this up. So thank you so much. Yes, the website where there'll be sneak peeks and also you'll see more photos of this card and the template is Hungry Heffy Crafts. And I see Craig is adding a link under the guise of being me. Denise, lovely to see you, and I know you've had such a hard working week, so sweet dreams my darling. Lisa says, I wish I could go to a craft convention. It looks like so much fun. As a beginner crafter for 8 months, I'm still new to everything and learn by watching YouTube videos. Yeah, I hear you girl, because I've been crafting for a much longer time. Gosh, I think we figured out it's like 15 years. Well, it probably is. It's probably one of the first ones I got. And I have always wanted to go to Creativation. And this year was the first time I got to go. But let me tell you, I was there for the whole thing. So it was that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Didn't get it all done. There's just so much to do. Hey from Mexico, we're melting here. Woo! Crazy, 100 degrees. Hope you've got a nice cool drink beside you. So did you guys see that I just stuck the 3 stamps onto my block, and then I stamped them to try and save time? And what I did was stamped it and then sort of like twisted it a little and then twisted it the other way. So I've sort of in the middle and then, you know, to the left about, I don't know what's that, 40 degrees, and then to the right about 40 degrees, and just moved it around and tried to my best of my ability not to have 2 bottles of wine right next to each other or 2 blocks of cheese right next to each other. Things like that. There we go. So let's get inky. Whoop, whoop. Dale says, love these live videos. Thanks for doing them. Oh, you're very welcome too. I really love them too. I have so much fun talking to you guys. Because there's not really, I think I said this before, I don't really, oh, totally done that differently. Oh. I think I've said to you guys before that there's not really anyone real, I don't have any real crafty friends. I mean near me. I can't invite them into my craft room. But I'd much rather hang out with you guys anyway. Donna says, I made my first digital paper today from my own water. Amazing. Tell us about it. Jenny says, oh, and a pic with Christina Werner. Yes. Oh, I know. I was so starstruck. So I'm blending this guy. I chose these 2 colors because I thought this was a very cheese color. And then because it was a crock, I thought I'd blend the blue with it to get a greeny color. Kind of a green tone. Sounds like crazy weather all over the States, says Donna. Snow some places, heat waves other. I guess it's such a big place, isn't it? Although it's really, really quite warm now. Donna, you're in the UK. Are you sweltering as well? Because it's been a bit nuts here. Let me grab a piece of scratch paper. Thanks for joining us, Alexandra. It's my work weekend. Next week I plan to craft along. Cool. Love to see you. There'll be more sneaky peekies next week. Hey Carol. So I wanted to tell you about these things. I know they're a bit silly, but I just wanted to tell you that whenever I cut down my cardstock, let me show you. When I cut down cardstock to go into here, I have to cut a strip along the side of an A4 piece of paper, which cuts them about this. So I have a chunk of pieces of paper like this, or card, that I have in a drawer, which is like my scrap paper card drawer thing. And if I'm doing small images, I will use these, but I also use these to protect my project from my fingerprints. Because, especially, well, certainly with distress inks, your fingerprints can leave a mark. And as I noticed on this card when I was making it, the distress oxides even more so, you can get your fingerprints in it. And it leaves a wee mark. Do you find that you've got to really push your blending tool into the oxides to get inky? No, I don't actually think that mine are super juicy. Like, that's only touching it like this, and then there's a big ink bit on it. I think that maybe it's because my distress inks are so well used that I really have to work hard at them. And then comparatively these are so juicy. But no, I haven't really found that, to be honest. At least with online friends, says Tally. You know, there's always someone somewhere. That's true. Tally, did you get your prize? Did you get your Tally was the winner of the Distress Oxide from last week. So I've blended the yellow down about halfway, and then I blend the blue up, and then I'll overlap them, bringing the yellow on top of the blue. In my town here in Long Island, says Nancy Lee, it rained on the south side of town, but not here in the centre of town, less than a mile. Yeah, we get that a lot. You just drive through like a rain cloud. Good tip about the paper tool to guard against the fingerprints. Thanks, Holly. I don't like to waste paper, but at the same time I do think that I hoard it sometimes. So what do you think so far? It's good. I love how it's so easy to blend the oxides and not get streakiness. Yes, I've noticed that. It is much, much easier. Okay, so I'm going to now spritz this guy with some, oh, where's my spritzers over here? Some normal water with my Distress sprayer. So you don't have to use a Distress sprayer, but let me tell you a little bit about this, because I had a normal like mini misty type of thing. Not mini misty. What's it called? I don't remember. What's this called? Mini mister, maybe? And it sprays a really fine mist. And then I just got a normal one that I have some perfect pearls in now for sparkly, sparkly finish. But with this one, you can do 2 different types of spray. So it says here, trigger spray, designed for quick all over coverage. And then if you squeeze the trigger halfway, you'll create droplets. So it's really fun when you do that. So you kind of just do it halfway and it goes like floop, floop. So let's give it a little spritzeroonie. Mini mister. Thank you, Megan. Mini spritzer. I think it was a mini mister, but I've probably not said the words mini mister in such a long time that it feels wrong now because of the mini misty. I bought a spray bottle at Kmart, and I bet you it does pretty much the same job. Okay, so because I've got my embossed images, the ink will be sitting on top of it. So give it a good buff to bring back those bright white images. Et voila. Beautiful. Tally says it arrived in the mail this morning. Yay! Do you know the other thing I haven't done yet is tried it on dark coloured cardstock. Suzanne says is 45 watching and you reckon for me. I don't look at how many people are watching because I think I'd just get tied up in knots if I did. Right, I'm going to stamp my little guy now. So let me grab my Heffy Doodle Stamps. But first, I'll leave that there for now. Where is my stamps? I've got these tails. They're gonna get all inky, I think, this week. All panicked for a second there. Stacey says, I love the distress sprayer. It makes a big difference to me. I really enjoy it. Yeah, it's good fun, I think. Let's grab some cardstock. And I will use some, what do you call it, Nina? Just show us the stamp set, Lesley. Nuh-uh. There you go. There you go. I'm such a cheeky sausage. Then it won't be too hard not to get in the camera. So the release day is, well, the Kickstarter goes live on the 3rd of July. Oh, actually, I wanted to ask you guys your opinion on something. Sneak peek, please. This is your sneak peek. So I wanted to ask you guys your opinion on something. We know that the Kickstarter is going to go live on the 3rd of July. But we're trying to figure out what time, because if we do like 9 a.m, like all the guys in America, I think we figured out 9 a.m. is something like 1 in the morning for some of America. I don't know about all of it because there's different time zones. So we were thinking of maybe like 12, 1, 2, 3, I'm not sure. So I wanted to know if you guys have any input on that. When I spritz my distress background, says Janita, and take the water off using toilet paper, I get the pattern of the toilet paper in my ink. Anyone know how to get rid of that? Oh, do you mean like the emboss? Like if you have them, there's like a little embossed image in the toilet paper. I use this paper, which is kitchen roll or paper towel, I guess they call it, but it does have a texture on it, and I don't think I've ever really got that on it. I think that would be really fun. I think that'd be really fun. Elizabeth Liffy's here. Hiya, girl. She slept in. That's alright. So if I remember correctly, she's actually in Australia. So they're just waking up. Megan says, where are you? I'm in America on the East Coast. What time is it right there right now? Bunny, I'm not in Ireland. I am Irish. That much is true. But I'm in England. We live in England. And I need this and this and this, which is over here. Noon sounds good, says Jane, but remember I'm talking in British summertime, so depending on where you are, noon here may be different. Well, will be different depending on whereabouts you live. Make it go live at 9. Oh, here we go. Noon Eastern or later, since then West Coasts are up to. Yeah, that was Craig's idea, was to do it like noon or something, so that, because if we do it at 9 a.m. on the 3rd, then that means it's actually going live in some parts of America on the 2nd, which is just, oh, that's just lies then, isn't it? Maria says, I'm fine wherever. I took the day off just for the Kickstarter. Bless you. You know you don't, that's very, very sweet. Amazing. Noon there would be 5 hours ahead of us. Oh yes, somebody asked me what time is it. With me it is 2 minutes past 10 according to my computer. Let's have a little look at some of the images in this Heffy Doodle Stamps set. So I've got I've got something to say. I showed this to Craig, and he looked at it and he was like, oh yeah, I like this. I like an interactive card. He loves an interactive card. And then, do you know what he said? Bunny, listen to this, Bunny. Why is he holding the bottle of ketchup? Seriously, can you believe that? And now, every time I look at this, I see ketchup. I just can't believe it. Like, I can't unsee it. Now, the thing is, I don't drink wine, so I'm probably not very good at colouring wine. He was like, well, if it's red wine, surely the bottle should be green. I don't know. I honestly don't know. You guys know what I mean, right? You know it's supposed to be a bottle of wine. Cheeky sausage. Tally says, oh, here we go. Janita says, yes, the emboss on the toilet paper, sometimes it gives fun effects, but when I want it, it doesn't happen. And when I do want it, it doesn't happen. Oh, and when you don't want it, it does not. That, my friend, is just the way of the world. Typical. Bloomin' typical. Alright, let's get these guys coloured in. My little cheesy. Wine and cheese. I usually get all my blog alerts from US crafters around 12 to 2 in the UK. Yeah, it depends, because it depends what coast they're on as well. Because whenever I was doing my blog post, totally gone out of the line, blog post for honeybee stamps, I had to make it go live at 6 p.m. here, which was 9 a.m. with them, wherever they are. I think they're Eastern time or something. Suzanne says, I came in late. Is this one of your stamp sets? Yes, Suzanne. Let me recap. Last week I did like 20 million announcements, but you were all so gracious. So Heffy Doodle, this is a sneaky peeky of another one of the stamp sets. So last week I sneaked a stamp set which has these images in it, and then this week I'm sneaking this card. So there may be a slight theme. Oh, Craig, says Maria, you'll get lots of ketchup cards now. He's really funny. He keeps like, he'll run out to the craft room. So I work in the craft room during the day, as in my day job, and he'll appear out of nowhere. I'll probably usually be on a conference call or something, and he'll just appear, and I'm like, I've just got a brilliant idea for a pun. So he's such a sweetie. Oh, Elizabeth says, my internet, I can see chat but no video. Oh, rubbish. I just adore those blue, green and yellow blended backgrounds. Thanks, Megan. Do you know, I'm not usually a big fan of like yellows and oranges, and then this year I've kind of been giving them another try. You know, I'm like, okay, let's give you another chance, and I'm starting to fall more and more in love with those colours now, which is fun. I'm going to give this guy a flat colour at the moment to start with. Just go all over him, and that is a YG11. Hey Tammy, for the love of crafts. Bless you, my darling. I saw you on Instagram a few moments ago. Let's go for G21, give a little shadowage. So this little guy he's just sitting there, proud as punch, and he has got his hands clasped in the middle. And what I'm really excited to show you guys is the die that goes along with this. Hee hee hee. Juanita, I've seen that happen to another YouTube crafter. I think it happened when there was a good deal of water in the paper. I'm not sure how to get rid of it except to say I use a smoother towel. Yeah, I don't know. I think you're probably going to have to experiment. Bunny says that's super that he is participating in the stamps. I promise you guys, this would not have happened if it wasn't for Craig. He is my biggest advocate, and he's the one that will push and push. And sometimes I'm just like, I just can't get this stamp the way I want it, and I know that it's not quite the way I want it, but and he will just be like, just do it, Lesley, just do it. And he's so like blunt sometimes, and to the point it can be okay, Craig. But he's a producer. I mean, well, he's more than a producer now, but he was a producer for many years in a computer games company. So he is very much of that kind of, this is what needs to be done, do it. And he totally produces me, but that's fine. Oh, July says, Lesley, will you be selling or doing a destash to make room for your new stamps? Just saying. I am actually. Hold on, let me grab one of these first of all. I'm not sure what colour to go for. I'm really conscious that this is going to look like a bottle of ketchup now. So am I going to do a destash? I really do need to do a destash because I used to do demo work. I used to travel around to shops and do demo work, which was good fun. And I got loads of like products and stuff, but a lot of them I don't even use anymore. And I literally have boxes of stuff that are sitting under a table like behind me. I've got so much stuff and I need to destash. Now, I did previously put some up on a Facebook sale, but it was a lot of work putting it up and it wasn't really that fruitful, if that makes sense. So what I am doing is, oh, I'm losing track of my comments. What I am doing is I'm actually going to be doing a real live destash where I am going to, I wanted to do like a garage sale or a car boot sale, but the thing is I can't really do it outside because the weather's so unpredictable. So I'm going to be doing one in my local village, which is called Lip Hook, on the 9th of July, and I'm going to be doing some destashings. But I mean, I have boxes. I've got pizza boxes here, pizza boxes mostly from my scrapbooking days. It's got 12 by 12 papers, it's got stickers, it's got rub-ons, it's got stamps, it's got embellishments, and I've still got, let me count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 of them here that I was selling for £20, and that included postage. So basically postage is usually about between £10 and £15 anyway. I just want rid of them, so if you're interested in that, yeah, please give me a shout. Embrace the ketchup. Let me scroll up and see everybody. That snappy crocodile looks cute. Look at his cheesy grin. Hee hee hee. I wish I could multitask like you. I am used to it. I worked in a very, very busy business centre, having to do many, many things at once. And if you didn't multitask, you just couldn't get everything done. I was used to it. Hubby just came into my room to borrow a hammer. What's he doing, Bunny? So, for my bottle of wine / ketchup, I've not gone all the way up to the edge because I want it to kind of look like its reflection. And also at the top, instead of a straight line like this, I've done it like this because my bottle of wine / ketchup is going to be at an angle. And as we all know, when you hold a thing of liquid at an angle, whoop, the gravity pulls it down. So there you go. Did Craig show the Disney castle to Piper? We have not got round to that yet, Snow. Bless you. I have been snowed under. Let's do a little. I'm just going to do like a little couple of dots and squiggles on the label so that it kind of looks like it. And then a little bit of the BG at the top just to take the colour off. And maybe like a little brown colour for the cork. It's super teeny weeny. Destash. Is there Crocs in England? Yeah, only in zoos. And my heavy craft room. Yup. I'm actually going to give this guy some texture. I'm going to give him some splotches. Make him a little bit different. So I made another one of these. I coloured in another one of these guys. For a different sneaky peeky card, but I used like brown tones and he looked a lot more like an alligator. Is the alligators brown and the crocodiles green, or are they all brown and we just think they're green in like kids books and things? White wine. Yeah, maybe I should have done white wine or rosé, although I don't know whether rosé would quite work today. It's fine. Make it work, baby. I'm going to put a little bit brown in. Bit of E21. Just really light dots. Why not? Cute. July says, I agree with Bunny. Destash. I also have a whole shelf. I don't know whether this is going to work without ruining everything. Can you see? No, that's going to ruin everything. Never mind. I've got a whole shelf up here, like a bookshelf, full of wooden backed stamps that I really don't use as much as I once did. And I just feel bad because I love them, I use them, and I am sure that there will be people out there that love them. Let's get this ketchup bottle die cut. A little post-it tape. And then my little platter. Go here as well. What else have we got? Cheesy Weezy. Yeah, so I think that a destash is definitely on the cards, but there's so many essential things that I need to do, like on my all the like photo things for the Kickstarter page and all that stuff. I'm trying to do some videos, trying to organize a blog hub, and they have to take priority, but it is definitely on my list of things to do. Let me scroll down. I purchased a Destash box from Laurel Beard. Oh, nice. Maria says I would take your lawn fawns. Yeah, right, girl. You think that's gonna happen? Do not threaten a woman's lawn fawn. Oh, I've missed a whole lot of comments. Let me scroll up very quickly. Just postage a decent? Okay, yeah. What's a destash? I don't know what it means. Trying to imagine postage from England. See the postage from England? I think it will be like, it would be fine. The £20 would cover everything. Postage, I guess. Well, we can check if you want me to check. The wine bottle needs to be much darker. Oh, Craig's piping up now. Hello, Craig. Don't you mean my ketchup bottle? Everyone knows. Janita, I use a kitchen microfiber washcloth. That's a good idea. Megan, you're clever, aren't you? And I don't get the marks when wiping the water off or when doing embossed resist. Best part, you wash it and use it over and over again. Good idea. Craig, green bottle. It's a Father's Day card. That's true. What do you think you're going to get this one, Craig? Not sure rosé works. We'll make it darker then, shall we? Let me scroll down and see what everyone else is saying first of all. I'm dying, so it's so ketchup. Laughing with you, not at you. Oh, bless you. Tell me. For those that love ketchup on their scrambled eggs, maybe you need a stamp with eggs for the plate. Totally on my next agenda now. Thanks, Holly. What Facebook sale says July? Where? What? When? Oh dear. Oh gosh. I can't catch up. I'm going to have to take a minute to read you. How about selling them on your new website? Oh, good idea. I can't stop to decide what it is. Just greeny brown. Okay. Honestly, if it's not beer, then ketchup makes more sense. Okay, let me get some green and I will try and add some more colour to this. So does it need to be a dark green? Let's do some testing, everybody. So I've got some red underneath. A few darks. Little dark bits. Oh, Elizabeth just got a bunch of lawn fawn. Tell us what you got. Do you think that would be, do you think? I'm just going to go for it. I can always stamp it again, right? Craig's looking for 2 cards this year. Don't say things like that, Craig. People will think that I'm pregnant or something. I had some people saying last week that they thought I was pregnant because the card had pink and blue on it. What do you think? Does it look like wine now? Maria's reading into things. What's your thoughts? Do you need to stamp it again? I'm no good at wine. Somebody asked a question. Let's have a look. I'm going to start looking for ketchup wine at Tesco's. Megan asked a serious question amidst all the funniness. How many stamp sets have you created in total for Kickstarter, and how does the whole Kickstarter work? Good question. I have got 5 stamp sets, 4 die sets, and with Kickstarter the way it works is it's a bit like pre-ordering, okay? Because I designed them all. I've got the final quality that I'm happy with, all good, but in order to actually get them all made, there's a lot of set fees, there's a lot of there's minimum orders and all that stuff, and that costs money. Likewise, starting up a business costs money. So what we're doing is doing Kickstarter. So in Kickstarter from the 3rd of July right the way through to the 31st of July, Kickstarter will be running. So you can go on, you can see all the images, you can see all the dies and see also the different bundles and things. So you will have a choice to buy just one stamp set, or one stamp set and one die set, or you know, maybe 4 stamp sets, 5 stamp sets. So there's different levels that you can say, yep, that's what I want to put my name down for. And we collect all those orders essentially throughout the month of July. It's like pre-ordering, like I said. And then when the Kickstarter finishes at the end of July, we will have all of our orders ready to go, and we will get the orders sent off to the manufacturer, get them made and get them shipped out to you guys in like a week or 2 after that. So it's really a way for us to get the ball rolling and also help promote the new company. Snow has made a Lawn Fun Get Well Soon card. I want to see it. Yes, I want to see it. She'll upload it tomorrow. Good. Nancy says, what about the whole lot? Oh yeah, there's going to be savings for the whole lot. So there's the thing is that you need to know, count your pennies, because whenever, you know, long-term plan after Kickstarter is over, the stamp sets will sell at, you know, whatever retail price that they are. But for Kickstarter, we're reducing it because you guys are going to be supporting us. You're going to be really helping us get the company on its feet. So we're giving you a lower price for Kickstarter. So you're going to get it lower than you would normally get a stamp set in a shop. Plus, there are different levels where you will get discounts. And things like all the stamps, I thought I made myself bleed there, it's just a Copic. There's all the stamps, and that you will save some money on that. And then there's all the stamps and dies, and essentially, like towards the end, it's a bit like getting a free stamp set, or it's a bit like getting a free stamp set and a free die set. So there's lots of different levels, and it's kind of too complicated for me to go into now. But before I answer the questions, let me just show you this. Take a look. What can you see? Yep, that's right. We have got internal cut lines on some of our dies. So if I get this little guy all lined up, we'll have a little look at how, with our dies, we make this super easy for all of you. So how long from the end of Kickstarter to the time they will be shipped? Woo! Good question. So I think in a way it depends how many there are. Well, it doesn't, because unless it's crazy amounts, I'm sure the manufacturer will be able to accommodate. Normally when the order goes in, they'll be sent out within, I think, 10 days, they said. But we have to gather all the information and make sure that everybody has given us the information for what images they want. So they might say, I want 2 stamp sets and 2 die sets, but we will need to get the information from them in regards to which 2 they want. So you'll definitely have it in August, the end of August, probably something like that. Around about my birthday, 26th of August. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so the thing is, the cut line on the outside leaves a gap, leaves a little border, but here I designed it so it cuts pretty much on the line. Look, can you see it? Which means we can tuck things into his hand. Look, I'm definitely going to want them all, says Nancy. Oh, I hope you guys like them all. There's been so many people comment and such a great response. It's been fantastic. So hold on a second, somebody said something else. Megan, how can we share this info on our crafty sites to get more people to buy? Oh my gosh, if you do that, I would love you forever and a day. So you can go to Heffy Doodle on Instagram, no, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Pinterest, things like that. You can, especially on Pinterest, you've got some images there. Save it, save your images, and post about it. Link to Heffy Doodle between now and the 3rd. Link to heffydoodle.com. Instagram is Heffy Doodle Stamps, at Heffy Doodle Stamps, so just so you know that. And up until the 3rd of July, please link to heffydoodle.com, and that way encourage people to sign up with their name and an email address, so that when we do go live, we can send them a little message. And thank you, Craig, pretending to be Lesley. And then from the 3rd of July, I mean, if you guys can do a blog post or go in and you know, on like Facebook groups and things, hey, have you heard of this company? That is the most amazing thing. That would be brilliant. And yeah, after 3rd of July, it's best to link straight to the Kickstarter. But that would be amazing. Okay, I'm going to turn this over and cut along the lines that need to be cut. So we're going to go down, across, and up. And with my Fiskars trimmer, I've got a wire gauge here that showed me exactly where it's going to cut. My blade sits to the left of it, so I just make sure that I have it where I want it. And also here, where it goes into a little point and out again, there's actually a tiny little arrow here, so I can line this up. I'm just going to get my head over here a sec. There we go. And I can go up and stop where I need to stop. A bit more. On both sides. Oh yes, Craig says we're also going to redirect this link straight to the Kickstarter when it's live. So if you don't want to worry about changing the links after the 3rd, if you manage to tell people about Heffy Doodle, link up heffydoodle.com/Kickstarter. So before it goes live, it will be going to the Kickstarter page where people, no, it'll be going to Heffy Doodle page where people can put in their email address to be notified, and then whenever the Kickstarter goes live, it'll automatically redirect to the Kickstarter. Whoop whoop. So let's get this scored. I haven't cut this one yet because I really think that this line isn't straight, so I don't want to do that yet. So let's score along here, along the top, and along the middle. Yeah, see, this was not straight at all. That's why you should always use a sharp pencil. And I'm going to actually score this one and then cut over the top of it so that it's somewhat straight. Oops. I knew it. I knew you weren't straight, you little monkey. Will we be seeing your stamps at Simon Says Stamp and Anne Hudson? Well, you know, you never know. That could be, given my complete fandom of all things like that, that would be absolutely amazing, but it's too soon to tell. I mean, we're just starting out. You know, this time next year, that's my kind of goal, I think. Wouldn't that be amazing? That would be so amazing. I can't even think of that right now. That would be so good. But for the Kickstarter, we hadn't really spoken to any retailers, because for the Kickstarter, of course, we're selling directly to people in their craft rooms. So the retailers aren't getting a cut of it. So I don't know whether it would really interest them or not. But hopefully, if there's enough of a demand in the Kickstarter, then I might get might get them in the shops. That'd be so cool. Nancy says, I need that trimmer. Still using a 15-year-old one with some lines rubbed away. That trimmer is awesome. And yes, as Sue says, ooh, that's hard to say. Sue says, Fiskars replaces the trimmer if there's like anything wrong with it, they will replace it. So they're really good. And that one is amazing. I love it so good. Yes, mine's called the Precision trimmer, I think. Although I got confused because there's two that look really similar, but they're slightly different, and the blades are different, which annoyed me a lot. But it does tell you, I figured out, on the back, blade style I. It's either an I or a 1. Here, lost the thing. That's a little tip for you. Okay, did you guys see this? Fold up here, fold down, fold up. So we have a little tent. You are amazing, Lesley. Dream big. Oh, thanks, Maria. We hope to be in lots of craft shops after Kickstarter, says Craigie. But that's going to be dependent on reaching our target. Yes, it is. So you guys, please share the word with everybody. That would be amazing. Okay, so we have got our bendy and we've got our top panel, and this is going to be the panel that hides beneath it. I'm going to just line it up for the moment, grab a pencil and lightly draw a line in here, and I'm also going to kind of draw roughly where I want this to be, so it's kind of popping up. I don't really like it whenever it's back to here. I think sort of halfway is a good space. So you probably can't really see that very much. I'm confident you'll reach your target on Kickstarter. But please promote, tell everybody. It's that really will be the big difference, you know, people spreading the word. Okay, I'm just grabbing some more stamps, but I'm out of screen so that I don't accidentally show you the full reveal, even though technically you all want a full reveal. I know it. I know it, all right. Right, so let's get this into my Misty, the magical Misty. You are my new addiction. Aww. I'm going to miss you if you do a live next week. My baby graduates high school. Congratulations on all those graduation cards you were doing. Woohoo! You'll get to show them off. That's amazing. So here's our images here. I'm going to grab some of those stamps. I'll share your images on... I'll share your images. Where does it say there? Missed it. Oh, I'll share on YouTube. Yay! Thank you so much. I guess you'll need a card to remind you to dream big. I guess I will. Where on earth would I get one of those, Maria? Let me grab some of these. Snappy Day at the bottom here. And I'm doing a narrower gap here than here because I'm going to add an exclamation mark. Gosh, can you imagine that being in Simon Says Stamp? That would just, it'd be amazing, but like we can't even think about that right now. We need the Kickstarter to be a success before that is even something that we think about. Oh, and by the way, I didn't ignore your comment. I just forgot about it. Someone said that I should do a monthly stamp set, which is something that I said to Craig. Oh, someone on the live stream was saying, oh, we should do this. Or well, actually, I think you guys talked about someone else. Lawn or someone doing it. And I'm not ruining anything right now. It is so early days. Oops. So you never know. I can't make any promises about anything though. I'm so happy for you, sis Sue. Thank you. Love your joint venture stamp images, and I know these will be fabulous. Oh, thank you. She's talking about the images, the collaboration with Honeybee Stamps. Oh, Elizabeth, bless you. You're saying that these pesky kids are getting in the way of your crafting again. Honestly. I know. Thanks, Nancy. Nancy says she's going to share as well. Yes, please. Yes, please. Quite saying, do you want a drink? I do. Yeah, it gets so hot in here. Happy snappy day. And you guys were saying that I so very nearly brought that stamp set over. So close, but not quite. Such a tease, aren't I? Mean. Oh, I completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, you guys were saying about how nicely the Distress Oxides stamp, and I agree. Thank you, Craig. Is Piper in bed now? Mm-hmm. Is she in our bed or her own bed? Oh, that's good. My little bookworm. I swear her book is like this big. And she's doing so well at it. She doesn't even want to read out loud now because we slow her down. So I will normally lie in bed beside her and like just watch her, and she'll be like, and she'll be reading so fast, and then all of a sudden she's like, what does that mean? The other day it was catastrophic, and then also, what was the other one? Oh yeah, she was asking me what a newsagent is. A newsagent? And I was like, I don't know what you mean. What is a newsagent? And she grabbed her book and brought it to me, and it was a newsagent. And I thought, oh, that is so sweet. If we want to send you a card, Lesley, where do we send it to? Woohoo! Please do send me a card. What you can do is, I don't think I have my postal address published anywhere, but if you go to hungryheffycrafts.com, there is a contact me page. Pop me a wee message and I shall send you my address, and I would love that, and I will make sure to show it on my live stream as well. Hey Taylor. Thanks for joining us. You're just joining. I think we're doing quite well tonight. Getting quite far through. So we're making this card, Taylor, in case you didn't join us. And there's a bit of a debate going on, mostly because my cheeky husband, he wants, my little croc is having some fun with his wine and cheese, but then my husband asked why he had a bottle of ketchup. So the cheeky old thing. But if you pull up here, whoop, hope you have a happy snappy day. So we're remaking this. I don't even know what this is called. I think it's like a pop-up slider card or something. Can you see what it says there as well? It's not quite focusing. It says slide me up there. So we've made our outside panel. We've cut our 3 lines and scored our 3 lines. And then we're just doing that wee bit underneath. I love the font of your stamps. Thank you. It took me a long time to find ones that were exactly what I wanted, because I wanted bold, but I wanted whimsical, and I also wanted to be able to mix and match from one stamp set to another. That was a big thing for me. So for example, in this stamp set it says, you know, happy, and then in another stamp set it might say something else, like, oh, I can't even remember, hold on. Or a good idea, you know, this one would be like, this one says, hope you have a happy snappy day, but then in another stamp set it might have the word sweet, so you can mix and match, hope you have a sweet day. So, Taylor says, just joining you, but I love your accent and your FTT. Oh, thank you, my darling. Oh, you're going to Taylor Expression's birthday party. Sweet, have fun. Janita says she's going because it's almost midnight. No worries. Oh, Snow is also feeling in pain, poor little thing. Thanks for joining, Snow. I can't wait to see your card that you and your brother made. That'll be really fun. Okay, so we've got our bottom panel. Rest up and I hope you get better soon. Got our bottom panel, got our top panel, and this is going to be our slider in the middle. So on this one, I didn't use the stitching, but it doesn't actually matter. I'll probably trim it down. But to do this panel in the middle, you need to make sure that it is wider than this, but it doesn't go the whole way to the edge. So like from here to here is a good kind of measurement. Let's see what that is. Probably like 9 centimeters. So let's cut that down. Oopsies. I'm going to cut a flat edge here. Oh my gosh, I just totally did that too short. That'll work fine. And then the other measurement is important too. Okay, so listen up, my dear friends. This is what you need to do. I'm going to try and stick this down with a little tape so that it is somewhat flat. And where we have cut along here, that needs to be the edge of this like pop-up panel. And then we cut this to be flush with the edge. And that's how the magic happens. So like that. And that will help pull this bit up. But before we move on to that, we need to cut our notches in this. So we need a notch in the front panel and the back panel. So I'm going to smoosh them together, hold them together with some tape first of all. Everyone's tired. I am feeling you guys. I'm pooped as well. And it's Father's Day this weekend. It's awful because we're away at the craft show. I was telling everyone earlier that we were at, going to a craft show on Sunday. So we're celebrating Father's Day tomorrow instead of Sunday. So I've taped these together so whenever I cut a hole here or a notch here, it cuts through both of the layers. Night, Maria. I'm going to see if I can pull out a punch. Going to finish my card from this tutorial tomorrow and I'll send you a pic on Instagram. Yes, please, please do. Okay. I'm going to... Here's another trick. I want to make sure that it's going to be in the middle. So I'm measuring, using my scratch piece of cardstock, I'm measuring a piece of card the same width as my actual card, folding it over. And then I'll put a little notch here, and don't worry because that will be cut out. So I need to line that up in the middle like this. Sit and oh gosh, what a noise. Sorry about that, guys. But you don't need fancy die cuts and things. Right, so we've got those two done. And Bunny says, that is my, where's my dang ruler trick? Yeah, mine too. Okay. So I'm going to be sticking this on here, but first of all we need to stick this little guy on. So turn this over, and this skinny section here, that is where we're going to stick our tape, and we're not going to put our tape anywhere else. So make sure that we don't get it anywhere else. Let's put that there for now. And I like to make sure that the whole panel is covered. So I overhang the edge and then trim it off. And then I peel off this one. I've got my nice pretty nails back again, and then look what happened today. Chipped. Oh, rude. I caught on my chair, and it's not the nail polish that's chipped. My nail actually chipped, which is so sad. Right, so let's trim this guy down. So it is fully covered, but I don't want any sticky hanging off the edge. No rogue stickiness, thank you very much. Boink. Right, so try to somewhat center this so that the overhang on this side and this side matches. And once again, I find it easier if I actually stick that down. And we're going to line this up, this edge up with this edge here. Keeps jumping up at me. Hold your breath. There we go. So when you pull it up, it does the hard work for ya. Woohoo! Now, before I stick this together, I'm going to put something here. And I am going to use a stamp from one of the stamp sets which has not yet been sneaked. So you guys are getting a little exclusive here. Let me grab it. And I'm going to use this one. This set is very special to me. And this is kind of what started off this whole venture with an idea. And this stamp set is perfect if you like interactive cards. It's not going to focus on me. Where's my button? Can you see? Focus for just a second. I think you can probably see. So, I've had lots of really positive feedback about this stamp set and I hope you guys are going to love it. And there's so many images in it. Let's pop you back in there. And this is going to be a Father's Day card. And I thought that it would be fun to add the words Dad here. Now, this stamp set doesn't have the word Dad, but it does have the word Day. So I'm going to use that to piece my elements together. However, I took a piece of my post-it tape and I folded it in half and I cut out a rounded rectangle shape, and then I opened it up and snipped a little speechy bubble. And I'm going to add this here and add a little inky. Susie's off for dinner. Bon appetit. It's getting that time where some people it's getting near dinner time for some people, and then in like Australia, everybody's kids is getting up and they're ready to start their Saturday. I'm just going to add, I'm not even inking up these guys again, I'm just using whatever ink is still on my spongy, and that is enough. And let me grab that stamp that says Day. Pop you back in there. Oh, I never did add my exclamation mark. Probably do that. So I've got the word Day, and I'm going to mask off the Y. And I'm going to use washi tape for this instead of my masking tape, because my masking tape isn't that sticky and sometimes you can fall off. Right. I'm going to go for blue. So he says, I can't wait to buy these. Fantastic card. Thank you, thank you. I can't wait to see everybody's reaction. I love that you're showing how to make my tails are going to get inky again. Interactive cards without dies. Thank you. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's not... Dies are great. We love dies. I'm fairly certain we can all say here that we love a die. You don't need a die. No way. In fact, on my blog, I've got one of my most popular blog posts is about making fun cards using a circle punch. And it is one of the most popular ones that I have even now. Yeah, you don't need expensive products to make, oh, wrong one, to make cool cards. I mean, of course we see new things and we think, oh, I need that, but that's a different kind of need. Let's ink this up with my broken china. Hi Angarad. Hey y'all, I'm late to the party. Sorry, that's alright. We're nearly finished, but I'm using the word day and masking it off with some snowflake washi tape so that I only get the ink on the D because I'm going to make that. And mixing and matching stamps and stamp sets is one of my most favorite things to do. I always think that if you can get more mileage out of your supplies, I mean, that's just the best thing ever. And sometimes you can really surprise yourself how much you can actually get out of them. Donna says, what kind of punch? I used the 1-inch circle punch. But I did turn it around this way so that you can kind of line it up and make sure that it's as deep as you want it to go. And then because I was cutting, if I'm cutting through something like this, you can just push it up. It's all sticky because it's a sticky one. But if it's a card, I put my weight on it. Let's put this little exclamation mark back. I'm always petrified I'm going to lose him because he's tiny. Right, we are nearly done, my dears. So on the last one, I did use a different, it's like a generic die, and then I actually stuck the bit that I cut out, I stuck it back on again, and that's what I stamped. So it kind of looks like it's disguised incognito there. Maybe more of a surprise that way. So this one's slightly different, but I think it still works. And let's turn this over and stick a Rooney on it. And of course, make sure you don't put it anywhere near where you're going to have that sliding panel going up and down. Love these colors together, says Donna. They're fun. They kind of remind me of the beach with sand and water. Nancy says it's dinner time. What are you eating for dinner, Nancy? Nom nom nom. It was my friend's birthday the other day, Alexia, and we didn't get to see her on her birthday, but the next day I was like, let's get Alexia over for dinner. We'll make her dinner. So I messaged her, you want to come for dinner? Yeah. Yay, cool. I went to go pick up Piper, and then I came back to the house and she wasn't there, and I thought, that's weird. And Craig went, oh, she decided she was going to make us dinner. And so it was her birthday, and my idea was that I would make her dinner, and then in the end she ended up making us dinner, the poor pickle. But it was amazing and delicious. So I've got my tape down, move this up, across, up, nowhere near this panel is, and to line up two panels together, I use my Misty, or sometimes I use my what do you call it, my creaser, you know, the one with the grooves in it, the one that you use to score cards. Yes, a score. Next week I'll make this card, says Jenny. Oh yeah, please do. Feel free to tag me in any posts like Instagram. Let me see it, or send it to me on Instagram. That'd be fun. Okay. So for this pop-up, let me do this. This is the fun bit. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Fun. Fun. Did you say there's a template? Yes, I made this template. I'm going to take a photo of it and put it up. I think Craig might have. But the essential things is that try and make this is 2 centimeters on my template. Try and make that the same as this, so it's centered. And then you want to make sure there's enough of a gap here so you can cut in a thumb hole, a little notch. That was another one of Piper's new words from her book, notch. And then you score, so you cut in like a U, a square U, or an incomplete rectangle, and you score along here, and this width or height should be the same as this one, and that one can be any height at all. So score, score, score. Yeah. So that's that. We'll put it up. So for the actual panel, I just used a different kind of die, but you could just do a rectangle. For just easiness, I grabbed one of my other dies. Do I have it here? I'm not sure if I do. Let me see if I've got it. What have I got? Essentially, it doesn't really matter as long as, I mean, it's the gluing and the sticking that's the important bit. What have I done with it? Let's try one of these. So it doesn't matter, but what does matter is that when you stick it on, you don't stick it on that skinny panel. You stick it above that skinny panel. So you might want to let that dictate what you're going to put on there. For example, this is far too big. So let's look slightly smaller. And that could work. To me, that looks like it's a little bit, it's off center now, but I could turn it this way. That might work for me. And I can center it. Oh, my guy still fit on there okay. Yeah, he's fine. Let's do that then. Bunny Dobby's off to cook broccoli. Bye bye, my darling. I'll see you next time. I'll see you on Instagram. How big is the card panel? The card panel is a standard American A2 size, which is 5.5 by 4.25. That's what I've used. So once again, I mean, you can decorate this in whatever way you want, but just for ease, I'm going to be using a good old Swiss Dots embossing folder. So I like putting mine in at an angle. So then if you put it in straight and it's slightly off because they go in lines across, then it looks really weird. So if you put it in at an angle, it's not as noticeable whenever it's not full on straight. That's my sneak. That's my cheat. So I'm embossing with 2 of my plates, so I have to open my platform. Is that what it's called? On my big shot. Have some embossed dots there, and that'll go here. So here's the thing, right? can you repeat the link we use for Instagram to mention your startup? Absolutely, I would love to do that. The link that you use is heffydoodle.com/Kickstarter. So I think you might need to put HTTP semicolon dash dash, something like that, or www, that will work as well. So heffydoodle.com/Kickstarter. Right, my dear friends, let me explain here. We need to stick this guy only on this panel. We do not want him to go over that crease at the bottom there. So I just put a piece in the middle. I got this foam tape on eBay and it came from China, and it's like super squishy compared to the 3M, and it's like so sticky it leaves residue everywhere. I hate it, it's horrible, but I thought that I would try it out. I don't recommend it. So let's stick this one on here, and I shall somewhat center that like this, and then I get to stick my little man on. I'm gonna grab some glue dots. And I shall tuck this into his hands. For those of you who didn't see earlier, this is the one of the Heffy Doodle Stamps, and I use the coordinating die, and the die itself has got internal cut lines. So can you see that it cuts the outside and leaves a border, but it also cuts along the stamp line on the inside, so we can hold some stuff in there. Hey Tammy, Tammy's here, whoop whoop. So let's add this on here. And start sticking him down. And there's so many other sneak peeks and things happening, and whenever the Kickstarter goes live, then I've got some other people who are making some projects using the Heffy Doodle stamps, and I can't wait for you guys to see all of those images. We're going to have a blog hop as well on the 15th of July. So I really hope that you will join us for that. Love the look of that foam tape. Do you know, yeah, I don't know. I'm not that keen on it. It was cheap and cheerful, and it does stick. The problem is it like sticks too well almost. Like it really gunks up your scissors. Can you see all the gunky? I mean, it's not a big problem, because I buy these antiseptic wipes for like £1, and I use it to clean down my desk and to clean my acrylic blocks from any sticky residue, and also my scissors. But you have to be careful, because when you're rubbing it with the scissors, don't be me, don't be stupid, because these scissors are sharp and it's literally just a little piece of fabric. The scissors will cut the fabric, and guess what? It'll cut your finger. That's what happens when you have sharp scissors in your craft room. Obviously. Don't be silly like me. Cynthia says, I can't wait for the Kickstarter to start. I can't wait either. So exciting. I am so excited. 3rd of July. Tell everybody, spread the word, follow us on social media. If you've got a blog, tell your friends. Send them to heffydoodle.com. Tell them to sign up. And also, I mean, if you guys have local stores or whatever and they carry stamps, feel free to mention it to them. I would love for us to, after Kickstarter, be in a position where we have some stores that want to stock our product. That would be absolutely amazing. I would be so thrilled. Right, we're on the home stretch here, guys. Just add my little... Oh, do you know what I've not done? Silly sausage. Not put wine in his glass. Not put ketchup in his glass. Where's my Copics? Come on then. I'm not going to right there in the edge so it looks like a little reflection. That's what Sandy says to do, and you know, she's the queen of all that kind of stuff, so we'll do that. And I'm going to give him 3 little dots on his cheeky cheek and do a little line. And some of these little reflections. It's good fun. Now to mount this onto a card, for this one I lined up my groove again and cut it. The other thing you could do is just take another panel and crease it and stick it on the edge so that it's just like that, or you can like I say, try and cut it with your punch. My punch looks like it's about to die, so I'm going to do the other one, which is take another 5.5 or 4.25 panel. Oh, that's so funny. Tally says, who needs a glass when you've got the bottle? Amazing. Nancy says, I'll definitely tell my friend Renee to add her store in Long Island. Woohoo! Yeah! That would be so fun. Can you imagine? Oh, I can't imagine that. I don't know. Obviously, it's the dream to be in stores. But right now, Kickstarter is where it's at. That's where I need to do that. I need to get us up and running that way. Without being a success in Kickstarter, we're nothing. We need to do that. And that's why we need your help to spread the word. Right, so I've got another one of these panels, and I'm going to just crease it about 1/2 inch from the edge. Add some tape. What's that you've just posted, Craig? Is it the template? Craig's posted something as me. My alter ego. So you guys, if you guys are interested in a destash, I want to know, do you like to buy things individually or just in like a box full of stuff? That would be fun to know, because I definitely need to do that. Definitely. I've got so much So many things here. And like you say, gotta make room for more. I'll let Grafton Projects in Cambridgeshire now. Oh, thank you. Okay, so once again, I'm using my corner here to line up, and make sure you do it the right way. Stick it on this side. Line it up. So it opens with, so it's got like a seal on the edge, but it means you don't have to worry about anything else. Hope you have a happy snappy day. Hope you have a happy snappy day. Yay! That's it, guys. So this crock has got his ketchup with his cheese, and this guy was more sensible and he brought his wine. There we go. There's the card. So let's take another closer look at what we've done today. We stamped and embossed the background using 3 images from one of our stamp sets. We cut our panel in the middle. We cut a U shape and did some creasing. Then we used our Distress Oxides over the top to make it pop, didn't we? We distressed it with spritzing it with a little bit of water, and then we stamped our cute little images. This little croc, we coloured him in. We give him some accessories, and then we used our Distress Oxides again to stamp "Hope you have a happy snappy day," and we made the slider bit in the middle. We masked this off. We used the word day and masked it using some washi tape so we could stamp Dad instead. And then we added a little slide me as well. I think Officer Snow has gone to bed, but hopefully Craig's there to take care of whatever needs to be taken care of. I think, guys, we're pretty much done. So just a reminder that I will be putting up photos of this over the weekend on Hungry Heffy Crafts, and I will also put up the template, and today you guys have gotten another sneak of a Heffy Doodle Stamp set and the coordinating dies, and that's part of the fun. I hope you guys will enjoy that feature of our Heffy Doodle dies, and please help spread the word. So once again, we've got 5 stamp sets, 4 die sets coming to Kickstarter on July 3rd. Kickstarter will run from the 3rd to the 31st of July, and it will be a massive push now, trying to get trying to get as many pre-orders and things as we can, so that you guys can soon be playing with some Heffy Doodle stamps as well, and dies. They're the fun ones. And if you do make one of these cards on social media, please do tag me at Hungry Heffy, or send it to me in a message so I can see what you guys have been making when you have come to craft with me. Yay! I am going to say cheerio, and I love you guys. I love spending my Friday night with you guys, and I really appreciate every single one of you. Thank you very much. Cheerio, everybody. Bye, Lisa. Oh, look, there's a wine bottle. That's it. Tally says happy to support more UK-based companies. Yay! Woohoo! Bye, Tammy. Dale's out too. Dale's like the silent one that just watches along. Love having you there, Dale. Bye, Tammy. Bye, Wendy. July 3rd is now in my calendar. Whoop, 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 whoop. And guys, don't forget, next week, I usually don't get a chance to actually take a photo and promote it until like the day before. Next Friday, I'll be doing another sneak peek of one of the other stamp sets. So I hope you guys will come and join me again next week. Bye Ellen, bye Sabrina, bye bye Jenny. Thanks again. Now I have to tidy up this messy craft room. Maybe I'll go and label up my oxide, seeing as it's not even midnight. The night is still young, especially when it comes to stamping. Normally I'm here till wee hours in the morning. Good night everybody. Love you all. Until next time. Happy crafting.